Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Stock Compounder. My name is Brad, and today I want to give a warning to people who are investing in airlines as they fall. Mohnish Pabrai is an investment mentor of mine. He gave a talk at Harvard on April 7th, so less than a month ago. And in that talk, it was a long talk. It was about a 2-hour and 10-minute talk. Including Q&A. And he mentioned something about airlines that I thought was really interesting. And, I see there's a lot of people talking about buying airlines as the price keeps going down, down, down. And I wanted to just share what Pabrai said in his talk and explore that a little bit. So first I want to give a little background on Mohnish Pabrai. So he does understand airlines. His fund had $20 million in Southwest Airlines back at the end of 2017. And he only buys companies that are within his circle of competence. So he understood Southwest. I presume he understands the other airlines as well in terms of how they make money and how their business model works. So his whole approach is only make bets where you have a very high probability of making money and a very, very low probability of losing money. And that probability of losing money is even more important than the probability of making money. He really wants to avoid companies where there's more than just a sliver of a chance of losing money. So what he said about airlines is that now the government is going to make sure that airplanes are still flying. That's a really important part of, it's a really important industry for our country. It really helps a lot of the commerce here in the United States happen. So, the airplanes will continue flying. Airlines will probably pull through. Like, the government isn't going to let them fail, okay? But there's a difference between a business getting through a recession or a crash and the equity holders getting through with that business. So he basically said, the airlines are going to be fine, but the equity holders, the equity may be severely impaired by what's happening in our current situation. So, it got me thinking. It got me curious about other situations in the past where, a certain industry has gotten hit really hard from whatever event was happening. And, government had to intervene to keep to keep those companies afloat. And it got me really curious about how the equity holders fared, the shareholders. How did they fare through that government intervention? The government doesn't care about the equity holders of airlines. All they care about is that the planes keep flying. And this was Pabrai's point here. So, everybody knows Buffett has been selling some airlines, selling some of his shares of airline stocks. Clearly, Buffett doesn't need more cash. It's hard to imagine that he's selling those positions so that he has more money to buy things that he likes. I mean, he's sitting on somewhere between 120 and 130 billion in cash as of the last Berkshire Hathaway annual report, which was pretty recently. He may be deploying some of that already, we don't know, but it's hard to imagine him selling off those airlines just to have cash to buy other things. It makes me think maybe there's some, severe crippling that's going to happen, particularly with equity holders of those airlines. And obviously the Berkshire Hathaway annual meeting is tomorrow, May 2nd. It's going to be a virtual meeting. And, I'm curious if Buffett is going to say anything about his airline positions. My sense is that he won't because, there's been some activity recently. He's probably right in the middle of some kind of activity with his airline positions, whether he's wanting to sell them down more. We don't know exactly what's happening, but my sense is he probably won't give any insights. But I'm curious if you guys have any insights. I'm really especially curious if anyone has kind of historical similarities to what's happening now with the airlines, and what happened with those share prices, what happened with the equity returns from those companies as the government had to come in and keep those companies afloat through a challenging time. So I just wanted to share that, guys. Be extra careful if you are buying airlines right now. Just make sure you understand really well what the possible downside is, especially if the government does have to come in and intervene. What is that going to do to the equity in the company? So that's all I got for you guys. Yeah, let me know what you think. I'd love to hear from you. Smash that thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video. Hit that subscribe button to see more videos like this. I put one out every day on investing and finance. So I'd love to have you guys in the tribe. All right, take care. Bye.